Hello everyone, I am Professor Sanjay Agarwal, Pro Vice Chancellor of Chhattisgarh Swami Vivekanand Technical University Bhilai and the course coordinator of this course, that is Industrial Automation and Drives. I welcome you all to the third lecture of this course focusing on electrical component and circuits. Dear learner, in this lecture we will talk about the basic electrical component like resistor, inductor and capacitor, and after that we will discuss the switchgear and relays, and we will also focus on basic electrical configuration like series and parallel connection, and after that we will discuss basic circuit analysis technique like KCL and KVL, that is Kirchhoff's current law and Kirchhoff's voltage law. So let us start the first topic of basic electrical component. Under this there are three main components, that is a resistor, inductor and capacitor. First we will discuss about the resistor. A resistor is an electrical component that controls the flow of electrical current in a circuit by providing resistance. This resistance measures in ohms, determine how much it slows down the current. By doing so, resistor protects sensitive component and ensure that circuit function very correctly. In industrial setting, resistors are essential for first one is for the managing the power level, second protecting the component, and third is a controlling signal. What is the meaning of this managing power level? Means ensuring the component receive the correct current and the voltage. If we talk about the protecting component, means it is used for preventing damage from excessive current. If we talk about the controlling signal, means maintaining signal integrating and performance. Resistor are mainly two types. You can say it can be classified as linear resistor and non-linear resistor. You can see in the picture also how they look like. So as I told you that resistor can be classified as linear resistor and non-linear resistors. If we talk about the linear resistor, it can be classified as fixed resistor and variable resistor, and fixed resistor can also be classified as carbon composition and wire wound resistant. And if we talk about the variable resistor, it can be as a potentiometer, rheostat, trimmer resistor. Now if we talk about the non-linear resistor, it can be classified as thermistor, photoresistor, varistor and surface mount. So let us start with the linear resistor. A linear resistor is a type of resistor where the resistance remains constant regardless of the voltage applied across it or the current flowing through it. This means the relationship between voltage and current is a straight line where plotted on the graph following Ohm's law, that is V is equal to IR. Common type of linear resistor are fixed type and variable type resistor. Now we talk about the fixed resistor. These resistors have constant resistance value that doesn't change. These are mainly three types. One is a carbon film resistor, second is a metal film resistor, third is a wire wound resistor. If we talk about the carbon film resistor, it is made by depositing a thin carbon film on a ceramic substrate. They are commonly used in electronic circuit for their stability and the low cost. If we talk about the application of the carbon film resistor, it is used in the signal controlling. It can also be used for the pull up or pull down resistor. It can also used in general purpose circuit in the industrial controller. Now we talk about the metal film resistor. These are the similar to the carbon film resistor but use a metal film, offering a better precision and the lower noise. Now we will understand what are the application of this metal film resistor. It is used in the precise measurement device, control system and high frequency circuit in industrial automation. Now if we talk about the wire wound resistor, it is made by winding a wire around a ceramic core. They can handle high power and are very stable. What are the application of this wire wound resistor? It is used in the power supplies, motor control circuit and as braking resistor in industrial machinery. Variable resistor. These resistors allow for the adjustment of their resistance value. making them versatile for controlling current and voltage in various applications, and these are mainly three types. One is potentiometer, second is a rheostat, and third is trimmers. Now we will understand what is a potentiometer. Potentiometer are variable resistor that allow manual adjustment of resistor. This capability to vary resistance makes them incredibly useful in setting where the control is necessary. For instance, in industrial automation, potentiometers are frequently employed to adjust the speed of machines or to set signal level in the control system. Now, if we talk about the rheostat, it is similar to the potentiometer but designed for a higher power applications, employed in applications like controlling the current in the building equipment or the large motor, found in variable speed control system for the industrial fans. Now, we will understand the trimmer. Trimmer are small, adjustable resistor used for fine tuning, used in precision circuit for calibrating sensors or the fine tuning electronic device during manufacturing. It is used in industrial sensor calibration circuit to ensure accurate measurement. Now we talk about the non-linear resistor. A non-linear resistor is a type of resistor whose resistance changes with the applied voltage or current. This means the relationship between voltage and current is not a straight line, which is called non-linear. Non-linear resistor do not follow Ohm's law strictly. There are also three types. One is a thermistor, second is a varistors, and third is light dependent resistor. Now we talk about the thermistor. Their resistance change significantly with the temperature, and thermistor can be classified as NTC or PTC. NTC means what? Negative temperature coefficient, means resistance decrease as temperature increase. If we talk about the PTC, that is a positive temperature coefficient, means resistance increase as the temperature increase. And thermistor are used in the temperature sensor, thermal protection in the motors, and temperature compensation in industrial circuit. Now we switch to the next topic, that is a varistors, or it is also called BDRs. Their resistance decrease with the increasing voltage, and these are used in surge protection device to protect the circuit from the voltage spikes. Now we talk about the application of the varistor. It is used in surge protection device to protect circuit from the voltage spikes such as those caused by lighting or switching transient in industrial power system. Second, light dependent resistor. Their resistor decrease with the increasing light intensity. What are the application of this LDR? Light sensing and control in industrial automation such as automatic lighting system or light level monitoring in production environment. Now let us talk about the capacitor. Capacitor are essential component in industrial electronic, offering a variety of types suited for the different application based on their material, construction and performance characteristic. So first capacitor we are going to discuss, that is a ceramic capacitor. This capacitor use ceramic material as dielectric. They are compact, stable over a wide range of temperature and offer low leakage currents. Commonly used for decoupling and bypassing in high frequency circuit, filtering, timing circuits and RF application in industrial automation. In PCB layout for industrial control system, ceramic capacitors are integrated to stabilize power line and reduce noise interference. Another capacitor that we are going to discuss here is that is called electrolytic capacitor. These capacitors use an electrolyte solution as the dielectric. They have high capacitance value and are polarized, meaning they must be connected with correct polarity. It is used in power supply circuit for bulk energy storage, voltage regulation and smoothing out DC voltage fluctuation in industrial equipment. In variable frequency drives for motor control, large electrolytic capacitor help maintain stable DC voltage under varying load conditions. Next capacitor that we are going to discuss here is a film capacitor. Film capacitor use thin plastic or polymer films as a dielectric material. They offer high stability, low dielectric losses, and excellent temperature performance, suitable for precision filtering, coupling, and timing application in industrial automation, where reliability and long-term stability are crucial. In industrial sensor interface circuit, film capacitors are used to filter out noise and ensure accurate signal processing and measurement. Next capacitor that we are going to discuss here is tantalum capacitor. These capacitors use tantalum metal as a anode with the tantalum oxide layer as dielectric. They have high capacitance value in a small volume and exhibit stable performance over a wide temperature range. Commonly used in compact electronic device and industrial control system where space is limited and high reliability is required. In handheld industrial device or compact automation controller, tantalum capacitor are used for energy storage and decoupling purpose. Now we will discuss variable capacitor. Variable capacitor have adjustable capacitance value. They allow manual or electronic adjustment of capacitance, making them suitable for tuning circuit or adjusting resonant frequencies. Found in tuning circuit of communication equipment, frequency generator and variable capacitor are used in industrial radio frequency application for precise frequency control. Now we will discuss about the supercapacitor, which is also called ultra capacitor. These capacitors have very high capacitance value compared to traditional capacitor. They can store and release large amount of electrical energy quickly and are suitable for application requiring high power burst or energy buffering. Used in industrial automation for short-term energy storage in backup power system, energy harvesting application and regenerative braking system. Now let us talk about the inductor. Inductors are passive electronic components that store energy in magnetic field. When current flows through them, they are essential for controlling and managing electrical signal and power in industrial automation system. Inductors are classified by their inductance measured in henries, which determines their ability to store energy in magnetic field. They resist changes in the current flow and can filter out unwanted frequency in the circuits. Inductors are used in industrial automation for energy storage, signal filtering and electromagnetic interference suppression. They play a crucial role in power supply circuit, motor control system and electronic filters to ensure stable operation and reliable performance. In industrial motor drives, inductors are used in DC to DC converter circuit to filter out switching noise and provide a smooth DC voltage to the motor, enhancing efficiency and reducing electrical noise interference. Now we will classify different type of inductor. So first we are going to discuss air core inductor. These inductor use air as a core material, offering low core losses and high quality factor. They are ideal for high frequency applications where minimal core losses and high efficiency are critical. Found in RF circuit, telecommunication equipment and high frequency power supplies in industrial automation. If we talk about iron core inductor, these inductors use iron or you can say ferrite core to enhance inductance and magnetic field strength. They offer high inductance value and are suitable for the applications requiring energy storage and electromagnetic interference suppression. Commonly used in power supply filters, motor control circuit and electromagnetic compatibility solution in industrial automation. Next type of inductor that we are going to discuss here is ferrite bead inductor. These are small bead shaped inductor made from ferrite materials. They are effective in suppressing high frequency noise in electronic circuit by creating a high independence path at specified frequencies. It is used in industrial control system and electronic device to reduce electromagnetic interference and improve signal integrity. Next type of inductor that we are going to discuss here is toroidal inductor. These inductors have doughnut shaped core providing high inductance with low electromagnetic interference. They offer compact size, high efficiency and low electromagnetic radiation, making them suitable for the space constrained industrial applications. Found in power supplies, audio equipment and data communication system where efficient energy storage and minimal interference are critical. Next we are going to discuss that is called choke coils. These are the inductor wound on a magnetic core to provide impedance to common mode noise current. They suppress electromagnetic interference by isolating different mode and common mode current. It is used in the industrial automation system to improve the reliability and performance of electronic circuit by filtering out noise and ensuring clean power delivery. Next, we are going to discuss multi-layer chip inductor. These are the compact inductor integrated into surface mount technology packages. They offer high reliability, small footprint and high frequency performance suitable for modern industrial electronics. Multi-layer chip inductor found in compact electronic device, wireless communication system and industrial control module where space saving and high frequency performance are essential. Now we are going to discuss about the switchgear. So what is a switchgear? Switchgear refers to the electrical equipment used to control, protect and isolate electrical circuit and equipment in power transmission and distribution system. There are different types of switchgear. It can be classified as low voltage switchgear, which operates at voltage up to 1000 volt AC. It is used in industrial plant, commercial building and distribution substation. It includes circuit breaker, switches, fuses, contacts and protective relay. The application of this low voltage switch gear are it is used in the distribution, switching and protection of low voltage electrical circuit. Next, medium voltage switch gear. Medium voltage switch gear operates voltage from 1000 volt to 33,000 voltage AC. It is used in distribution network, power generation plant and large industrial facilities. Includes vacuum circuit breaker, air isolated switchgear, gas insulated switchgear and protective relay. If we talk about the application, medium voltage switchgear provides switching and protection for medium voltage electrical distribution system. If we talk about the high voltage switchgear, this is the third classification. So high voltage switchgear operates at voltage above 33,000 voltage AC and high voltage switchgear used in transmission substation, power generation plant and utility grid. High voltage switchgear includes circuit breaker, disconnect switches, surge arrestor and protective relays. If we talk about the application of high voltage switchgear, it ensures safe and reliable operation of high voltage transmission network. Next type of switchgear can be classified as gas insulated switchgear or generally it is called SF6 circuit switchgear. So gas insulated switchgear uses sulfur hexafluoride, that is SF6 gas as an insulating medium. It is compact design, high reliability and reduced maintenance compared to AIS. It is suitable for high voltage application where space is limited such as urban substation and industrial plants. Next switchgear can be classified as air insulated switchgear. Air insulated switchgear use air as an insulating medium between the conductor. It is economical, suitable for the medium voltage application and easier maintenance compared to GIS. It is used in medium voltage distribution network and industrial facilities. If we talk about the metal enclosed switchgear, Metal enclosed switchgear encloses all live parts in grounded metal enclosures, provides protection against accidental contact in environmental factor, common in indoor and outdoor substations, industrial plant and utility distribution. Next is ring main units. It is compact units for the distribution network in urban and industrial area. It includes switches, fuses and circuit breakers in single compact unit, provide reliable distribution and protection in confined spaces and urban environment. Now talking about the relays. Relays are electromechanical or you can say solid state devices used to control electrical circuit by opening or closing contact in response to the electrical signals. There are different type of relay. So first one we can classify it as electromechanical relays. Electromechanical relays use electromagnetic coils and mechanical contact to control circuit. Coil energization creates a magnetic field attracting an armature to close or open contact. It provides electrical isolation suitable for switching both AC and DC load. Electromagnetic relay used in motor control circuit, lighting control and industrial automation. Next relay we can discuss here is solid state relay. Solid state relay use semiconductor switching element like thermistor or MOSFET for the electronic control. Switch electronically without mechanical parts using control signals. It have a feature like silent operation, fast switching, high reliability, suitable for high speed application. Solid state relay used in heating system, motor drives and electronic equipment requiring precise control. If we discuss about the reed relays, reed relay use magnetic contact controlled by external magnetic field, glass tube with ferromagnetic reeds close or open contact under magnetic influence. It has low contact resistance, fast response, high reliability and low level signal switching. It is used in telecommunication, automatic testing and low power control circuits. Next relay can be discussed here is polarized relay. Polarized relay has permanent magnetic coil and armature ensure directional operation, operates based on coil polarity, ensuring specific contact closing and opening, used in reliable and directional switching, used in latching circuit and power sequencing. Now we can discuss the time delay relay. Time delay relay provide delay between control input and switching action. In this case, adjustable timer or delay circuit control contact timing. Time delay relay used in motor control, lighting control and timed operation in an industrial process. Next relay that can be classified as overload protection relay. Overload protection relay protect electrical equipment from overload conditions. In this case, trip or open contact when current exceed preset level. It provide adjustable current setting, thermal protection for the motor and the transformer. It is used in motor protection, power distribution system, ensuring equipment safety. Next relay that is thermal overload relays. Thermal overload relays protect motor from overheating by monitoring current and temperature. In this case, bimetallizing strips or sensor detect heat, disconnecting power to the motor, used for protect against the overcurrent and over temperature, ensuring motor safety. Now let us talk about the basic circuit configuration in the industrial application. Understanding basic circuit configuration is the fundamental to grasping how electrical system function in industrial setting. This configuration determine how components are connected within a circuit and influence the behavior of current and voltage. So first is series circuit. the same current flows through all the components in a series circuit because there is only one path for the current to travel. The total voltage across the series circuit is the sum of voltage across each component. Each component has a voltage drop proportional to its resistance. A break or failure in high component of a series circuit stops the entire circuit's operation, which can be critical in industrial application where continuous operation is essential. Series circuits are used in applications where uniform current flow through multiple components is needed, such as certain type of lighting system where each bulb receives the same current, ensuring consistent brightness. Now we talk about the parallel circuit. The same voltage is applied across all components in the parallel circuit. Each branch in parallel configuration receives the same voltage as the source. The total current in the circuit is divided among the parallel branches. Each branch carries a portion of the total current depending on its resistance. A failure in one branch of parallel circuit does not affect the operation of other branch, making it advantage in critical industrial application where reliability is crucial. Parallel circuits are common in power distribution system and industrial automation where each device or system component needs to operate independently. They ensure that failure of one device does not affect the operation of others. Now talking about the last topic for the today's lecture, that is circuit analysis technique. So under circuit analysis technique there are different laws are used like KCL and KVL, then different theorem are discussed. So in this particular topic today we are going to discuss about only the KCL and KVL. So to analyze and understand complex electrical circuit in industrial application, we use various techniques that apply fundamental principle of electricity. Among these, Kirchhoff's law are essential tool for systematically determine voltage and current in the circuit. So we are going to discuss Kirchhoff's law, and under this we discuss the two law, that is a KCL and KVL. So first we are going to discuss the Kirchhoff's voltage law. Kirchhoff's voltage law states that sum of all electrical potential difference, or you can say voltage, around any closed loop in a circuit is zero. This is based on the principle of energy conservation. Mathematically, it is represented as sigma V suffix I is equal to 0, where this I range from 1 to n, where Vi represents the voltage across each element in the loop, or you can say the algebraic sum of voltage in a closed path is equal to 0. In any closed loop in a circuit, the total energy supplied by the voltage sources is exactly balanced by the total energy consumed by the resistor, capacitor and the other component in the loop. This means that if you start at any point in a loop and add up to the voltage as you go around the loop and return to the starting point, the total voltage will be 0. KVL is widely used in power distribution network, control system and any scenario where voltage drop and potential difference need to be balanced, ensuring efficient and safe operation of the electrical equipment. Now we will discuss the KCL, that is a Kirchhoff's current law. Kirchhoff's current law states that total current entering at a junction, or you can say node, is equal to the total current leaving to the junction. This is based on the principle of charge conservation. Mathematically, it can be represented as sigma I suffix I is equal to 0, where this I represents from 0 to n, or you can say the algebraic sum of current at any particular node or junction is equal to 0. So KCL is essential for analyzing current flow in complex electrical network such as power distribution grid, integrated circuit and multiple branch control system in industrial automation, ensuring accurate current distribution and system stability. So when applying Kirchhoff's law in real world industrial application, keeping in following in the mind. Real components have tolerance and can affect the precision of the voltage and current calculation. Always consider safety standard and operational limits when designing and analyzing circuit to prevent overload and ensure safe operation. For large and complex network, combining KBL and KCL with other techniques such as nodal analysis or the mesh analysis can simplify solving the circuits. Dear learner, in this particular lecture, we have discussed the topic, that is electrical component and circuit, and under this particular lecture we have covered many topics like what is a resistor, capacitor and inductor, and after that we have also discussed the different type of switches and relay, and lastly we have discussed the basic law, that is a Kirchhoff's current law and Kirchhoff's voltage law. In the next session we will cover the network theorems. These ideas are the crucial for the understanding and the improving electrical circuit in industrial automation. Knowing these basics will help us make automated system work more efficiently and solve complex problem in the factory setup. And under network theorem we will discuss the superposition theorem, Thevenin theorem and Norton theorem, and we will also discuss the star delta conversion and understand how this theorem can be used to simplify the different circuit to find out the value of the voltage, current and the different value of the component like the value of the resistance, inductance and capacitance. Thank you very much.